How about that new intro? Pretty sexy. Woo, we've come a long way, folks, let me tell you. Lamont, welcome on being first. You're a real pioneer in this industry. I appreciate it. Appreciate you watching. Appreciate you buying an Atari. I just really appreciate you. How about that, Michael? It's funny because I can say Lamont, but I could be talking about Scott or Michael. I mean, how many Lamonts can you know? I know it's got like 2 capitals in yours and one doesn't, so it's very different. Oh, you tried that garage beer. I think you're too hard on it. It tastes like nothing. I still have some here. I mean, it's pretty. I got to get rid of it. I got to keep drinking it. But more importantly, I have some sad news. Very sad news. The Mankato Brewery is no longer for sale because they're going out of business. So, in honor of the brewery, and it's early for one of these, we're going to be cracking open a Mad Butcher from Mankato Brewery. That's where the video game shows have been. That's where a lot of things have happened over the years. Oh, that sound. And the spillage. Mad Butcher always spills when you open it. But it also spills down the throat quite well. Ooh, daddy. That tastes pretty good. There can only be one Lamont. Maybe I'll have to say it like that. Lamont. All right. Well, let's see here. We have probably the biggest show of the year today. It's definitely Christmassy. It's definitely exciting. We have Better Off Dead playing in the background. We have 20 auction items live today. We're over $1,000 already in the auctions. We have some heavy hitters. Hey, Corral second. Way to go. Speaking of that, we got to thank Mr. Nissan. Thank you, Mr. Nissan. You always bring us good luck with the beer. That is some tasty, tasty stuff. So, we have 20 auctions because I heavily loaded today. Because guess what? Next week, there may be a mini live show or something, but I'm not putting up any auctions until we get past the holidays. The auctions during the holidays, I feel like we're not going to get enough movement, let's say. So we're going to take a little break from that. So that's why I loaded today up. And I put up 9 new items today. Whoa, 9 new videos, 9 new items, but they're all buy it now. And to be honest, I thought I went too heavy on some of them. I put them up high, like no one's going to buy this. Like, because if nobody buys these over the holiday, I figure that's okay. I'll put them up as auctions after the holiday. Well, I sold 2 little stools today already that I paid $15 a piece for. And combined, I sold them for $130. We're talking stools this big. Here, let me see if I can bring one of them up here. If I go, wait, let me go to my actual auction that I sold, right? That'd be a way to do it. And I'll show you the screen here in a second. I realize I'm not sharing the screen. Hey, cheers. Yes, Better Off Dead in the background, Mark. You're right. All right, let's see. Let's share this screen here. I changed some things around here, so bear with me. Desktop with camera. There we go. So I put these little stools up for auction. This one I put for $80. That is a 1/6 scale. They are tiny. Look at me hold it. It says Romstar on it. But they're out of print. I thought I'll put $80 up and $50 for the other. I can't find a single one of these on eBay for sale. So I'm like, well, who knows? Maybe. And they both sold in like an hour. So the other one doesn't say anything on it. And it doesn't say limited edition, so it might get re-released. But hey, look at that. Those both sold. And then I had to do the trick of combining shipping on a buy it now, which is kind of terrifying in its own sense. So, I don't know. It is what it is, right? We can get excited about things. So I have a lot of stuff up high, buy it now. Maybe I won't sell anything more. Maybe I'll sell it all. But it was my theory is, if I put things buy it now, people that are antsy for Christmas shopping can buy it and I can still try to ship it the same day as long as I get paid by like 2 o'clock. Another benefit of Buy It Now is I had it set that if you buy it now, you're forced to pay instantly in order to buy it now. None of that waiting around. I know Scott's been talking. He always does Buy It Nows, but maybe there's a little bit to this herky-jerky. I don't know. We'll see anyway. Oh, Katie, quit talking to yourself. I can see that you're here and you called yourself a dork. I don't think you should be putting yourself down. I think it's a sad thing to do. All right, so anyway, we do have quite the lineup. Let's bring the screen back. I probably shouldn't have flipped it, right? So if we look at our active items, the first two going up is already at the $89 and the $6.50. We got a small GameCube lot, and then we have a Virtual Boy game. And let's go down the bottom here. Oof, duh, look at all these things. Then the next lot, we're back with a CDI game that's about giving birth to a child. It probably shows it all, so it's disgusting, I'm sure. And then we have the Contra 3 Alien Wars in the box complete. That's a beauty. Look at that going for $152. Then we have Aerobiz with everything except the main manual. But it's sitting at $70. And then we have the Legend of Zelda for a collector's edition for the GameCube. I should make a list this week. Buy it now, no bids. Yeah, see, Katie. Katie's becoming quite the eBayer. She's got a Barbie set up for sale this week. I'm watching it, so it's pretty cool. Then this has been going okay. It's a lot of 10 Nintendo Switch games sitting at $125.50. That's a bargain. That's like $12.55 a game, if you do the math. Now we have The Simpsons Hit and Run sitting at $61. We have, that's for GameCube, we have the GameCube Mario Kart Double Dash, which is a phenomenal game. That is sitting at the $60. Then we have Battalion Wars sitting at $20.51 for a GameCube. And then Atari Jaguar Alien vs. Predator already sitting at $61. Did I say 20.51? I don't know what I said earlier. I must be drinking Mad Butcher. Makes me crazy. Then Beautiful Joe is sitting at $20.50, and then the Nintendo 3DS sitting at $214 and no change. Then we have Ultra Beast for the Sega Master System at $27. We have two Nintendo Switch game lot sitting, both brand new games by the way, sitting at $10.67. We have a Nintendo cutting board, which I got free at the show I attended, and I got one watcher on that, but no bids at 99 cents. That could be a great Christmas gift. Because I got it under £1. I did some special boxing to it to keep it under £1 to keep the shipping cheap, because I knew this wouldn't go for a lot. So hopefully we get a Snagger Roastki on that. Then we have that game. I had to resell this because the guy didn't pay. Delirious, I can't ever say the word encounter. For 3DO, it's sitting at $56. Return Fire for 3DO sitting at $9.50. That's a steal. Hell Cyberpunk at $15.50, and we had to relist the CDI The Joy of Sex because he didn't want his mom to see it come in the mail, apparently, because he didn't pay for it. So there you go. If we look on to the Buy It Now, as I put up today, we put SimCity for Super Nintendo, $35, complete in box. Then we have Final Fantasy II sitting at about $60. We have Tengen Tetris, which is really rare, at about $100. And then we have Monster Hunter 4 at $44.99. Then we have Bart. Look at this, a cheap game. Look at $21. How about that? New Wave Toys, Replica Dragon's Lair sitting at $300. And we have the coin machine that is blue and out of print currently at $100. Boy, I'm burping. I'm just burping over here. All right. With all that said, let's take a look at our first two auctions. So we got the Panic Bomber and the GameCube lot. The GameCube lot's sitting nice and low at $650. That could be a nice little bonus for anybody that's really looking for a good time. God, this beer tastes nice. So, our local ski hill opened up last Thursday. My wife and I went skiing literally for just 2 runs on Sunday before the Vikings game. And by the way, they destroyed Atlanta. Destroyed them. Poor Kirk Cousins. That's with a K, not a C. And it was fun. So we got the ski runs in, whatever, yada, yada, yada. And then Monday came around and they announced that they're open 5 minutes after they opened. They forgot to really announce it. I don't know. It's kind of a strange thing. But so then Tuesday morning, I went to go do my exercises, I'm calling it. And I went and skied for about, I don't know, 45 minutes or something like that at the hill. And they're making a ton of snow there. So the hill I was going on had 4 snowmakers running right in my face. And it wasn't overly pleasant, but it was good enough to get the job done. I'm going to flip my boots around yet. I keep giving these new boots tries over and over again. You may sell me. If I flip these boots out and I feel a lot better, which is very plausible, you may be seeing me sell a pair of bonus item ski boots on the eBay. We'll see. But regardless, yeah, it's been kind of fun. So I'm contemplating going Friday morning, if the weather cooperates, and doing a few runs again. And I'm trying to do that like 3 weekdays a week is my kind of goal. I kind of want to go like Monday, Tuesday, Fridays, or Thursdays, however it works out. We'll see. But this Thursday is going to be super cold. Just too cold. And nobody wants that. So I hope those of you that are watching from work are having a nice time. I know that these holiday months can either be extraordinarily boring at work or extraordinarily busy. And I know quite a few of my friends that work over there in the print industry are really busy right now. So keep patient. Make sure to have plenty of alcohol. And get through these joyous times of the holiday. But that's why there's Big Dog tonight. We can go to church tonight. So I will be a Big Dog. I hope many join. Busy, Kral says. Yes, he is busy at this time of the year. God, Mr. Nissan tastes so good. All right, so I don't know. Well, I think, I have a new graphic I want to play with a little bit. You guys can tease it all you want, whatever. But I'm going to put it at the final minute. We're going to start calling snipes in the last minute. Even though the most exciting times are, how do you say it? In the last, 20 seconds? Or the last 3 seconds, really. But we'll see. So let's go with this. Yeah, we're getting ready, guys. Pull that trigger, lady. Let's get this thing set up. All right, now we're ready. We feel excited. We're in Snipe Land. And let's make it happen. See, I used a female sniper. I think that's kind of cool in its own sense. Hopefully the audio worked. You can hear my voice at the end when I'm still talking. That's why I kind of set up. I didn't put any music to it. But anyway, it is what it is. All right, we're down to 22 seconds. We're truly in official snipe times here, and are we gonna get anything? I don't know. We got 17 watchers on the Panic Bomber, and we have 4 watchers on the GameCube games. We're at 8 seconds, no movement yet. 5, 4. Oh, we got movement. 10.50 in the GameCube. That was $4. That's almost a beer. And 89 finish on Panic Bomber. We can go with that. All right. Isn't that exciting? That wasn't so bad. Go back to Shark. What? Was I not on the auctions? Oh my gosh, Stacy. I'm sorry about that. Anyway, here's the end of it, guys. So what ended up happening was, God, I get stuck on that camera sometimes. I put some new buttons in here, so I'm a little bit confused. Please bear with me. But we went from just $6.50 to $10.50. We got a $4 snipe. All right. So there wasn't a lot of excitement in that one, so that was probably an okay thing that I forgot to have the right screen up. I apologize. All right. So we're gonna look at the this is a weird one. Let's see here. Active. All right. So we have an exciting one and a not so exciting one, where we have 5 watchers on A Child is Born. Brand new, sealed. And we have 31 watchers on Contra 3 Alien Wars for Super Nintendo NES, complete and tested, complete in box. She is shooting an AK-47? That's not a real sniper. Oh, man, Lamont! I went and made this whole new graphic for that. And then I flip back to the wrong screen after that too. A terrible person I am. I was kind of excited for it too. I don't know. I don't know if there's any more room. Katie, I don't know if you're still on watching, but I need a good bet. Do you think Contra 3 could go up anymore at $152? That's a pretty pricey auction game right there. It is a phenomenal game though. It is one of my, it's definitely top 5 Super Nintendo games for me. Tito and I could play the crap out of that game. It tastes pretty good. So yeah, the skiing will be fun. And the ice is still, I think by this weekend, I'll feel comfortable enough to finally truly go ice fishing. I was really teetering it a while back, but I kind of got to the point where, is it worth it? Is it not worth it? You know, because I don't keep the fish, so it's not like I'm doing it to survive. I don't want to fall through the ice either. And I feel like with the temperature fluctuations and the wind we've had, I don't think we have the most consistent ice yet. But I do think it is thick enough technically. And what goes on overnight tonight through tomorrow will probably add like 2 inches. So then we should all be fine. We'll see. All right, we're under 2 minutes. So that was really an AK-47? Jeez, Lamont. That was weird. I had to say that like that. But anyway. So I've been, if you've been watching any of my single videos out there for these games, I've been trying, to use the capture card to hook up and shoot the actual game tests, which is an interesting process. Because I have it in a USB capture card that then goes from, so it's HDMI to USB into the computer, then HDMI into an HDMI splitter. So it's pushing both to a TV and the computer. And then it's plugged into a HDMI converter that goes from analog to HDMI. So believe it or not, it seems like you get little hiccups every now and then. Like, so you're showing that a game works, right? And then everything freezes. But the game didn't freeze. It's really like the converter box or, it's like, oh, this is annoying. So I've had to reshoot a couple of videos because my setup isn't overly stable. So I'm trying to think of a better way to do that. Because when I like to try to play the game a little bit when I'm doing it. Oh, we're down to 20 seconds, folks. This is actual Snipe Line. I didn't use a new graphic at this point because I'm not going to use it for every auction. Even though it's an AK-47, but it looks like a sniper rifle. We're not really shooting anybody here, hopefully, right? So we're at 99 cents, 8 seconds left, $152.50 for Contra. Are you going to get any movement? Anything? 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 Oh, 204. What? Did you guys see that? Did you see that? I'm a little bit taken back. That's $240 for a Super Nintendo game. Holy shit. Yeah, let's do a snipe graphic, I guess. I mean, we may have to do this too. That isn't very loud. I'm going to turn that up a little bit. Oh, yeah. That was one hell of a snipe, folks. Dear God. All right, I got to catch my breath there for a second. I wasn't expecting that. And, it went up like $90 almost. Woo-wee. Woo-wee. Let me hit the refresh on that again. The guy who bought is 100% feedback, so that guy's probably going to pay. Whoa, Aerobiz went up to 112. I need to sell more of these Super Nintendo games. Man, I've been selling the wrong stuff this whole time. My gosh, that was exciting. I don't know about you guys, but I have to go to the bathroom. Anywho, You could snipe with it, but likely, yeah. I get it. AK-47 probably wouldn't be the best sniper rifle, but it looked pretty. Hmm. I'm still kind of taken back by that whole thing. Like $240 for a Super Nintendo game. It must be Christmas time. Jingle bells. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just a little caught off guard by that still. I didn't think that was even a possibility. You know, we have a couple seconds here. I'm just curious if you look up the value. Because I looked that up ahead of time. Let me just see here. Contra 3 SNES. The complete in box price is $152. But you know, when you need it, you need it. Right? Huh. Whew. Yes, that was a good sale. That was a good drum break. So let's hopefully we see some more of this action here. And Katie must have missed it. Sorry, Katie. You should have been watching that one. I asked you to make a prediction on it, but no crickets. Yeah, that's right. Anyway, yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. I'm not gonna lie. So we have the two up here. So this Aerobiz, I had to do some work on it. I listed it this way too. I had to scrub at this thing and clean it up because this was a rental copy, I think, at some point, and it had a bunch of stickers on it. So I was taking the stickers off the actual cartridge. Let me see some close-ups of the cartridge here. And I got it looking real nice. You can see some residue yet from me. That's a Magic Eraser stuff. But anyway, pretty happy with the way that turned out. But it doesn't have the main manual. No main manual. Authentic. Rare. You know. Whew. I'm sorry you got up for water. Jeez, Katie, you missed like the biggest snipe in a long time. Went for $239. It was insanity. Ooh. It does taste good. It really does. I'm going to miss Matt Butcher. Kind of depressed. So, that's leaving, right? And I know this isn't that big a deal, but like the Walgreens downtown is closing. And I'm sure a lot of people really use that. And you just don't want things closing in town. It's just not a good thing. Oh, we got a movement here on Zelda at 28 seconds here. We got $44. And we'll talk about Walgreens here a little bit. I got a good story about them. At $48 up on the Zelda. 18 seconds to go. Aerobiz is still at $112.50, which is crazy high. $51.50 for Zelda. Got a little bidding war going on here. All right, 112, 4 seconds, 3, 2, $58 Zelda. And I think that's where we're ending. Yes, so we had some nice little snipes there.
Wow!
How about that, guys? How about that? Just rolling in the dough today, right? Rolling in the dough. All right, so what's up next? Ooh, this one's been kind of mysterious. This GameCube, this Nintendo Switch lot. Because what I like about it, it isn't like any sports games really, anything like that. It is just 10 pretty solid games. You know, they're not the newest games. The Street Fighter has actually got a little bit of value to it for some reason. But you got Rayman Legends, Monopoly, Bomberman R, Splatoon 2. That is a fun game. Then you got the Star Wars Pinball, Everspace. We have Monster Hunter, Ultimate Generations or something, I think. Cave Story, and then ARMS. That'd be a great Christmas gift for somebody. Can you imagine a kid opening up a package of 10 Switch games all at one time? Probably lose their mind. I don't know. Kind of is what it is. We'll go with it. Taco Bravo. All right, so $225.50 we're sitting at the Switch games, and $61 for the Simpsons Hit and Run, which is, this again just goes to prove the GameCube had it. like, how do you say it? They had the graphics power to make really good games. Now, granted, this came out for the Xbox. It came out for PS2, I think, as well, too. But I'm just talking mainly in that generation. And this port of it is phenomenal. It's funny. You get to go visit Apu in the store. It's like Grand Theft Auto Simpsons. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy that game quite a bit. I'll say it again. I enjoy that game quite a bit. All right, so we're sitting at 2 minutes and 50 seconds on these two bad boys. Still a little bit like loss of breath from that Contra game jumping up so high. That means 2 people were bidding that high in order for it to get that high. Wow. That's crazy. I don't have many more big titles like that box for my Super Nintendo, though. That's a shame. I put up their SimCity in the box today. Hey. But I think people are after particular titles, and that Contra game is pretty phenomenal. So we should all be happy with that. eBay takes their 15%, so I gotta cover myself, right? All right, 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go. I feel like this Nintendo lot for the Switch, that could go up. It might even... I'm going to go 175. That's what my guess is. I'm going to guess 175. And I think The Simpsons does have 21 watchers on that one game. It's sitting kind of high. I'm going to go 69. I'm going to guess $69. If anybody else out there feels the itch to guess, go ahead and put in the comments. If not, just say it to yourself aloud and look weird at your desk. That's important, right? But yeah, I put up the blue change machine for New Wave Toys this week because I feel like they're going to re-release that any day too. Who knows? So I got to get these things back out there. If I would have sold this Dragon's Lair before they re-released it like over a year ago, I could have got like $500 for it. Now I put it buy it now $300. Nobody's bought it yet. So 72, Lamont says. Oh, you think Simpsons go ahead and run 72? That's a decent guess. I hope you're right. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that we're not going to sit at 61, but you never know. I mean, at this point, it's over retail. But I'm thinking about shooting some actual videos talking about game collecting a little bit on my channel. That'd be kind of cheesy, I know. But everybody keeps releasing these videos about how game collecting's done because it's gotten too expensive. And I completely disagree with that. Because since the 90s, we've gone through 3 doublers. So a $50 game should be worth $200 today. Oh, good vibes. Come on, we're down here. 10 seconds. True Snipe Land, 61 and 125.50. 61, 125.50. Oh, geez, nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. Bueller. Oh, gosh, no sniping at all. How about that? Huh. Well, that was nice, I guess. Who knows? Let's see how this Mario Kart's doing over here. Get next in line. And Battalion Wars. I have 2 GameCube games going at the same time. I didn't mean to do that. Huh. I literally tried not to do that, and I did it anyway, apparently. Did I even write them down that way? I did. So when I'm listing games, I write down the time slots. Well, that's a little bit meh. Here, we'll go with this for you too, Lamont. It's so sad, isn't it? I think we're okay though. But yeah, when I'm talking about game collecting, a $50 game in the 90s is worth $200 today. It should be if you're just talking straight cash. Because if you were to invest that money, well, it isn't that way though. Let me think about that again. We got to go off inflation. We can't go off investments. So I guess then what I'm getting at is investing in video games is usually kind of a bad idea to an extent. Who knows? But it's a cool hobby because you get to play them. And if they do increase in value or even hold their value at all, that's a pretty cool hobby. I don't know. It's an interesting thing. It's all so interesting, isn't it? All right, let's take a sip of beer. So let's talk about that Walgreens closing. So the Walgreens is closing downtown. And downtown Mankato, that part, it's like on the verge of slummy and not slummy. I don't know how to describe it. That's where Crazy Helen used to hang out back in the 90s, and Punk Rock Freddy you might see down there, but mainly up on campus, I think. And it's just different people, right? So it's closing. And I used to go there occasionally. Scroll down. What's Mario at? Oh, Katie, thank you. Look at that. It's at 61. Here, we'll go like that. 61 and 2051. God, my big head. Jeez. How about that? How annoying. Yeah, it is what it is, I guess, right? Can I pull me down just a hair, too? That didn't do much good. All right. So the Mario is at 61, and the Battalion Wars is at 2051. Now, with the Walgreens, though, closing, I'd heard a rumor in the morning yesterday that they went for, ooh, Katie throws it out there, 75 for Mario Kart and 30 for the Battalion Wars. But Walgreens, there was a rumor that all their liquor went half price at the liquor store attached to Walgreens. And I'm like, yeah, right. Whatever, like that would ever happen, right? And then I saw in a Facebook feed that somebody confirmed it. And I got in the car quick and went down there. And right as I was getting in the parking lot, Ben File called me to just give me the tip after he's leaving Walgreens that, hey, that's I go, and I'm on my way there right now. But anyway, everything literally was half off. And it was a madhouse in there. There wasn't much left on the shelves. And the smell of weed was stronger than I've ever smelled weed in my... Like everybody in the store just must have been smoking weed or something. It was so bizarre. It stunk so bad in there. And that's one thing I don't like about legalizing marijuana is just the smell. It reeks. And yeah, it just does. But I think we're just going to get used to it. Excuse me. But regardless, I went down there. I got a liter bottle of Jim Beam, which I like to drink Jim every now and then. I got a bottle of Seagram's VO, which is the upgrade from Seagram 7. And then I got a bottle of that Shiraz. I can't ever pronounce it right, but the tequila that begins with an S, the yellow version. I got a liter of that. And then I also bought Chardonnay, Josh, not Tosh stays, Josh. And I got all that together for $35. It was a good deal. Because literally whatever the price was for the normal liquor, everything was just 50% off at the register. Now, a lot of the real value down there, I think, is in the wine. Because there still was a decent amount of wine left. But I didn't have a cart like a lot of people did. And I could only carry so much. And I had to stand in line for like 25 minutes, which is ridiculous, too. So, all right, we're down to 13 seconds. We're at 61 and 2051. We'll see. We got some watchers on at least the Mario Kart more than anything. But I think it's kind of high right now. Wow. We're getting skunked. After all that excitement from the Contra, I thought maybe we were really on to something today. But we'll see. There's still always hope, guys. We have some big items coming up yet. Just hold your horses here. Big items coming up. So right now we got Beautiful Joe. Make sure I got the price up there. Yeah, that looks good, right, Katie? And Alien vs. Predator for the Atari Jaguar. 13 watchers, 15 watchers. I'm surprised there's more watchers on the Beautiful Joe than there is on Alien vs. Predator, because Alien vs. Predator is like a legacy game for the Atari Jaguar. So we'll kind of go with it, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. A lot of excitement, right? I'm just looking at my phone at my eBay quick to make sure. Oh, the person already paid for Contra. Holy shnikes. Somebody's already paid for Panic Bomber. And the person paid for A Child is Born game as well, too. 99 cents. I thought those CDI games might be a little bit more interesting for me, but I'm not getting too excited about them. Not getting too excited about them anyway yet. But we'll see. It's a fun time. But yeah, that was a good deal at the Walgreens. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. But I did go buy 2 cases of the Mad Butcher because the brewery's closing. And I will be sipping away at one of the cases. Kind of special moments. Like today. And I'm going to save another case for like a few months down the road or whatever. Before the beer goes bad. But maybe it'd be like a fun spring beer to have or something like that. Who knows? It is depressing though. Because what's cool about the brewery is it's the first brewery that came to Mankato in like 100 years or something crazy like that. And they came out not just as a little tap house or anything like that. They started out as truly like a beer maker distributor. And they had no tap room. And you could go to Big Dog, and I remember having Cato Lager for the first time and being thoroughly disappointed in it. So excited to try it and just didn't like it. I know they changed the recipe for Cato Lager later down the road. But part of the problem with the brewery is they're really good at their short runs. But their staple beers, there's only a handful that were really recognizable and technically even desirable. And Mad Butcher stood out from day one. This beer is delicious. It stands up to any IPA. And it gets you a different buzz than any IPA I've ever had. It's good. And it's funny because the artwork on the can itself, I know this guy. It's modeled after him. He used to work for me. Long story. I hope we're still friends. But anyway, yeah, there's this lot of coolness around this one. So this is the beer. Like, you could drive to Fargo, go to the liquor store. They got Mad Butcher. Organ Grinder was good. But, you know, it's pretty tame. Felt like something you could get just about anywhere, really. All right, let's see here. 7, 6, 5. All right, we're almost to the minute mark. Let's do the graphic, because that sounds like fun, right? All right, gotta make sure to go back to the right camera after this. So that's an AK-47, huh? Oh, I think you're right, Lamont. It's terrifying. Jeez. After having something so delicious. Let's change up the luck. Let's put Mr. Nissan over here in the corner. And we'll go with the Vikings can koozie. And we'll have, due to Lamont's request, the terrible garage beer. Yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't taste like anything. I mean, it doesn't taste bad. But if I'm going to have a beer, I want it to taste good. Oh, we got like 10 seconds here. Anything moving? Is eBay broken? We haven't had a bid in a while, folks. 3, 2, 1. Whoa. Dear God. We're not getting snipes now all of a sudden. That's interesting. I don't think we've ever gone through a snipe drought like this. Now, we better not get a snipe drought on this bad boy. This thing is the big item of the day. This can be worth a crap ton of money. But we'll see if somebody's out there willing to pay it. Right now we're at $214, which is still a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. But this value could shoot up as high as 400s for this unit. And I don't know. It's weird not getting any snipes for a while. Seriously, after that ginormous one, did like everybody pool all their money together and buy that one game? And now there's nothing left. Little interesting, huh? People actually busy at work today? Mysterious. Mysterious whispers. The garage beer. When your taps quit working, meaning the water tap in your house, you can go to garage beer to quench your thirst. Because it literally tastes like tap water. With very little fizz taste, too. So this Ultra Beast got a lot of bids really early. I think it's been sitting at $27 for like 5 days. Now, the 3DS XL has been getting bids all the way through. Okay. But it's a big item. I'm curious. I don't know what this is going to do. We will have to see. We will have to see. But it is our big flag item for the day, that's for sure. Boy, boxing everything up and shipping stuff. And there's a lot of was going on here. Well, yeah, a low calorie beer, but I want it to taste like beer. I would say Ultra Lamont has more flavor and it's low calorie than this. Miller Lite, Coors Light, they're all low calorie. You know, you seen that commercial where it's like, oh yeah, you can have Ultra, or for like 2 more calories, you can have Miller Lite. Like, light beer is kind of light beer. And when people get into, well, this light beer has more flavor than that light beer, there's some validity to that. And I get it, because like Miller Lite kind of has that skunky old beer taste to me, which is fine. I drink Miller Lite. Did that go up a little bit? 216? Was it 214 before? I can't remember. But Coors almost has a sweet taste to it. I can't quite put my finger on it. And it's easy to sit there at a bar and sip on Coors. Now, if you aren't watching the new show, Landman, you better start watching it. Billy Bob Thornton in there might be in the role of his life. It's fantastic. He sits there and he orders Michelob Ultras all the time. He says it's because he's an alcoholic and he can't drink. When they go, well, this has alcohol in it. He goes, no, it doesn't. Because if you're a real alcoholic, you're not drinking ultralights. It's a good show. It is such a good show. Definitely highly recommend Landman. All right, we're down to the 2 minutes and 50 seconds even. We're at $216.50 and $27. So I'd really like to see that Game Boy shoot up. I'm a little bit nervous, not gonna lie. But it's only worth what someone's willing to pay for it. Gotta remember that. And oh boy, we're getting down here. Here comes that 20-second mark. Oh boy, still sitting at $216.50, $27. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, no change. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 283. That's a good jump. 300, even better jump. How about a little more? Ooh, I'll take it though. That was a nice little snipe at the end. I can handle that. How about that? We had a real snipe. That's good. $300, biggest one of the day. All right, now we're getting into some real action here. We got 2 brand new Nintendo Switch games that are still sealed. NBA 2K18 and Shaq Fu. And we have a cutting board. This is so weird. It's a Nintendo. It's a classic cutting board that looks like a Nintendo cartridge. Oh, look at the back. I think you'd want to cut on the back because it's not grooved out. But you can cut on the front if you want. But yeah, I kept the weight under a pound to hopefully get the shipping as low as humanly possible, because this thing was kind of a Bearcat to box, I'm not going to lie. But it is what it is. So we have 0 bids on the cutting board. And why aren't we showing a price here? Let me hit refresh. All right. We're at $10.67 for the Switch games. So think of that. Shaq Fu has got to be a real good game. The best around. Never, ever, ever gonna let you down. Look at the suggested things under this. It's actual cutting boards. So this is a good bargain for a cutting board. Well, that's a 3 set though. Whoa, that's really nice. Titanium cutting board? Do you really want to hit your knife on metal over and over again? I don't know. Sounds like a bad idea to me. Sounds like a bad idea to me. We're definitely getting closer. I think we have one more set of auctions after this, and I think that's the show. Curious to see how it all ends up. We've got more people paying. Another person paid for the Switch game. Someone's paid. It's going to be a really fun time at the post office today. Post office is stupid busy this time of year. Ugh. But, you know, you do what you do. It looks like we've been paid for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items so far out of the 20. Well, it could be 19 because this one might not even sell. We will see, won't we? We will see. Best Buy has a good deal on a car starter if you need a car starter. Just saying. Drone Mobile. I think it's $350 installed. Granted, you have to pay probably $100 for your vehicle's parts to get it to work. But it is pretty cool because you get to use your cell phone to start your car, and it actually works every time. Unlike the ones made in the factory, what is it? Mopar, Chevy, all those ones suck. If it's in busy traffic times, like say at a stadium or anything, it doesn't start. But this starts every time. And the fee per month, if you buy 5 years at a time, is like $2 a month instead of $20. So I highly recommend the aftermarket remote starter. And that's through Best Buy. You can see it in slickdeals.com to get the deal. What the hell? There's like a kite in the neighbor's tree in the backyard? Is that a Christmas decoration? We got weird frickin' neighbors behind us. Anyway, it is what it is. It is what it is. So let's see here. We are at the 45-second mark. The Switch games are at $10.67. And the cutting board still has no bids. And it's at 99 cents. I got a weird feeling that puppy ain't going to sell for anything. It's going to be a 0. If it does sell for 99 cents, I'll probably take a little hit on this one. Isn't that nice? It's not even something you can give to a kid and go, here you go, have fun with it. First of all, it's a cutting board. I mean, what was a kid going to do with a cutting board? Second, it's a Nintendo cartridge, and what does a kid even know what a Nintendo cartridge is? So it's just one of those weird things. 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Oh, we got something on the Switch games. Look at that. $15.50. That's a beer at the Big Dog. Woo, 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 woo. All right. That was stupid. Didn't sell the cutting board, though. Oh, we do have 2 more sets yet. Dang. Man, this is a long show today. Got so many items. Got the Deloria Daedalus encounters? I can never say it. And the Return Fire. Which doesn't want to show a price. There we go. $10.50 for Return Fire. And the other one is $56. So let's see what happens here. That Tina Carrera, is that how you say her name? She is one of the main actress in the game. And this was shot in the 90s. So she ain't as old as she is today, I guess, then. Wayne's World. But no, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I have about 9 minutes left of this show. And then it's me labeling things, getting ready to ship, and I ship as fast as I can. I'll probably try to head there about 2:45 today. So make sure to get payments in. And we'll get them out the same day if you do. Otherwise, I have to make another run tomorrow. probably Friday. And with this many options, probably Saturday. So we'll see how it goes. I'm just tickled to death that I sold those stools for so much money. Interesting. Very interesting. All right, let's see here. What else do we got? This game is so much fun. I like Return Fire. My brother went and put a PlayStation emulator on his Asus Rogue so he could play this through the PlayStation emulator because it is a really fun game. But these 3DO games, they're different, you know. 3DOs are very finicky. They're very old now, and hard to keep them running. So I don't know if any of you have been watching the news. I'm going to talk a little geek here, but the quantum computer chip that Google just announced this week, I think it's called the Widow or something like that. Willow or Widow? Willow. I think it's Willow. Is terrifying. So it uses qubits instead of your traditional bits. And quantum machinery, quantum computing in general, it always seems theoretically possible, but they could never pull it off before. And so to understand it, the best way to understand it is a computer works binary, right? So everything's a 1 or a 0. So it processes everything that way. It's got to go through the processes. Yes or no, 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 1 or 0, 1. Heads or tails. Okay? A qubit is both 1 and 0. So the best analogy I heard is you're flipping a coin in the air. When it lands on the ground, it's tails or heads. That's bits. But when it's in the air flipping, that means qubits. So this Google processor has 107 qubits running with self-correction because they tend to have errors, and that's been their biggest problem. But the self-correction seems to be working. And here's a statistic they threw out. The biggest supercomputer today versus this chip, what takes the new chip, the quantum processor, 5 minutes, would take the entire existence of the galaxy for the supercomputer to finish. And this chip is made for AI. So anyway, I know it's geeky, but this shit keeps me up at night. So that's insanity. So like, it just does everything at once. It can do 107 tasks truly all at once, so much faster than the single task can do on a normal computer. All right, so we're at $56, 5 seconds, 3 seconds. We're not getting any movement on these bad boys. 3DO is a cold one today. Boy, I had to use a cricket button a lot today. Jeepers. I tell you what, these resale ones where someone didn't pay doesn't seem to get a lot of action. You know, maybe I should have been pumping this on the 3DO site more, huh? Well, look at this. The joy of sex. Way to end it on something perverted, Darren. Man. Apparently, bah humbug for Christmas for the 3DO, huh? Well, we do have one more 3DO game, Hell, a cyberpunk thriller, and The Joy of Sex for CDI. These are both relists, too, because the guy didn't pay. I love it when they don't pay. Let's look. Who is the top bidder on these things right now? So we got a guy. His name is Sex Matt. He can't make this shit up. He's buying The Joy of Sex, and his name is Sex Matt. I don't think he's much of a gamer. But he's got 100% feedback with a 5 rating. That's not overly reassuring. And the Hell guy's got 100% feedback with 572, which is actually really good. So I have quite a bit of confidence in this gentleman here. But Sex Matt, should we click on him once? I wish you could see what he bought. can't. All right. So we're sitting with the Hell game at 15.50. And SexMat is currently winning the auction at $26.78 for The Joy of Sex. I have a friend named Joe. I bet he goes by the name SexMat. He seems like somebody that would bid on this bad boy. Well, coming down to it. 2 minutes and 55 seconds left in the show, folks. Are we going to get skunked at the end with no snipes? Who knows? Who knows? But even these videos, like when I didn't reshoot them, right? So they say it's going up for auction at a different date. It has 2 different eBay links in them. Hey, we got Joy of Sex just doubled in price. $51.78. That's fantastic. Look at that. I didn't expect to see that at that time. So 2 minutes. SexMat's still the winner too. That's SexMat. He really wants this one. Young wowzers. I hope he wins it. I hope SexMat takes it for the cake. We'll see though. 51.78 and 15.50 for Hell. Just under 2 minutes to go as I enjoy this garage beer, or not much at all. Maybe, Mr. Lamont, if I put like some flavoring in here, like those Mikos, those little drip things, I'd like to taste the bubble gum or something. That might taste kind of good in here. Strawberry. Use it as a base. Maybe they could make like an IPA drip that I could put in here so it tastes good. I don't know. I know you like it. I'm giving you a hard time. Everybody has different tastes, and it's fine. I'm just saying, I was a little disappointed when I found out that the Kelsey brothers were behind this. And I just immediately thought of Taylor Swift, and I'm drinking her beer. One minute remaining. 15.50 and 51.78. Isn't this exciting? It's really cold out. And I am not rocking a heated garage. What is it? It says it is 6 degrees right now. And it ain't getting warmer today. What is it? 4 in the morning hits -3. It's so cold. All right, we're down to the 20 seconds. 2 snipers. Are we going to get anything else? I mean, we kind of doubled the price on the Joy of Sex one. So, quite tickled pink with that, to be honest. But maybe Hell could go up something. We'll just see. We're under 10 seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, Hell went up. Look at that. Woo! We did end with crickets. How about that? All right. Thank you guys for watching. It's been a good show. I got to get to work on shipping these. It's always the worst part of the day. But anyway,